19 states have seceded.
The United States Army ramps up activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The three-term president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
I guess aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America.
We just try to stay out. With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
Citizens of America.
The so-called Western forces of Texas and California
Have suffered a very great defeat at the hands of the United States military.
Mr. President, do you regret the use of airstrikes against American citizens?
We're moving to D.C. today.
You need to go down there.
They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol. Every instinct in me says this is death.
Bloody.
Every time I survived a war zone, I thought I was sending a warning home. Don't do this. But here we are.
There's some kind of misunderstanding here. What? Well, you're American, okay?
Okay. What kind of American are you? You don't know?
The Western forces will reach the White House on July 4th.
Oh my God.
Get in the car! Get in the car!
Move, move, move!
You're gonna hang back.
I'm not hanging back.
one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Go, 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 go!
God bless America.
Oh, yeah, everybody. How about that? That's a little Civil War trailer that's getting ready to come out. It looks good. Can't wait to see it. What type of American are you? All right. We got it all. It's all happening today, baby. It's all happening today. I love that trailer. That movie's going to be hype. And like we said, there's all types of stuff. I mean, what else are we going to talk about? I don't know. Kanye's new album, maybe. Maybe Meg Thee Stallion came out and is trying to say that Tory Lanez didn't shoot her. Just kidding. She said he did and could have said in trial. No, you know what we're going to talk about, people? We're going to talk about the one and the only, baby. Hunter Biden, Joe Biden. I guess Hunter Biden came to Capitol Hill. He's supposed to testify. Today was his last day. He's supposed to testify. He's supposed to testify behind closed doors. He decided not to. He decided to go out front and hold a press conference. Eric Swalwell was there, or Fartwell, or Fang, they like to say. He was there helping him out, it looks like. Birds of a feather flock together, they say. And Joe Biden inquiry up on the impeachment. So the cards are falling for the Bidens. I think the deep state wants that to happen. I don't really think they want Hunter Biden out here testifying. So they're just maybe I don't think the Department of Justice is going to hold him in contempt. But let's see his little press conference. He tried to get tears out there. I'm surprised he didn't try to cry or nothing. But, you know, that's Hunter Biden, you know. He's going to play the victim, you know. I did drugs. I threw a gun in a trash can at school. I lied on my application. I gave 10% to the big guy. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, the regular media is like, there's no evidence. There's no evidence. I mean, you ain't got to be a rocket scientist. I mean, just the stuff that gets leaked online or stuff that gets put out there, the LLCs that Joe Biden had. Of course, the laptop from hell. I mean, I don't even know how YouTube is going to handle this, but I guess we're going to get into it. Let's just play this Hunter Biden speech. It's not too long. And it should just be relatively sum up everything. It's 5 minutes. So we can definitely put it up on the screen. And we'll play it. I mean, it's just a bunch of lies, so we just want to hear everything so we can get everything. That's what we're about. You know what I'm saying? Here at the Rock and Roll Rebel Show, we want nothing but the truth. We want all the truth. So let's put this up here. Let's see what old Hunty Biden's got to say. We can laugh along, maybe. We'll just let it play out. Let's make it bigger. Maybe I'll go full screen for the whole thing. Let's get it going, baby. Let's get it going. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We in the jungle, baby. Thanks for tuning in.
Look at this dumb motherfucker.
But I'm also here today to correct how the MAGA right has portrayed me for their political purposes. I am first and foremost a son, a father, a brother, and a husband from a loving and supportive family. I'm proud to have earned degrees from Georgetown University and Yale Law School. I'm proud of my legal career and business career. I'm proud of my time serving on a dozen different boards of directors. And I'm proud of my efforts to forge global business relationships. For 6 years, MAGA Republicans, including members of the House committees who are in a closed-door session right now, have impugned my character, invaded my privacy, attacked my wife, my children, my family, and my friends. They have ridiculed my struggle with addiction, they have belittled my recovery, and they have tried to dehumanize me, all to embarrass and damage my father, who has devoted his entire public life to service. For 6 years, I have been the target of the unrelenting Trump attack machine, shouting, "Where's Hunter?" Well, here's my answer. I am here.
He's not even there.
Let me state as clearly as I can.
Go in the building.
My
Don't
father
give us
was
the
not
tears. Go
financially
in.
involved in my business, not as a practicing lawyer, not as a board member of Burisma, not in my partnership with a Chinese private businessman, not in my investments at home nor abroad, and certainly not as an artist. During my battle with addiction, my parents were there for me. They literally saved my life. They helped me in ways that I will never be able to repay. And of course, they would never expect me to. And in the depths of my addiction, I was extremely irresponsible with my finances. But to suggest that as grounds for an impeachment inquiry is beyond the absurd. It's shameless. There is no evidence to support the allegations that my father was financially involved in my business because it did not happen. James Comer, Jim Jordan, Jason Smith, and their colleagues have distorted the facts by cherry-picking lines from a bank statement, manipulating texts I sent, editing the testimony of my friends and former business partners, and misstating personal information that was stolen from me. There is no fairness or decency in what these Republicans are doing. They have lied over and over about every aspect of my personal and professional life. So much so that their lies have become the false facts believed by too many people. No matter how many times it is debunked, they continue to insist that my father's support of Ukraine against Russia is the result of a non-existent bribe. They displayed naked photos of me during an oversight hearing.
He took
and
all those pictures. They have taken the light of my dad's love. The light of my dad's love for me and presented it as darkness. They have no shame. These same committee chairmen
have engaged in unprecedented political interference in what would have already been a 5-year investigation of me.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yet, here I am, Mr. Chairman, taking up your offer when you said we can bring these people in for depositions or committee hearings, whichever they choose. Well, I've chosen. I am here to testify at a public hearing today to answer any of the committee's legitimate questions. Republicans do not want an open process where Americans can see their tactics, expose their baseless inquiry, or hear what I have to say. What are they afraid of? I'm here. I'm ready.
Hunter, are you willing to go across
Why
the
not
street?
testify now, sir? Why not testify now? Why did you go? If your father was not involved, why did you get him on testify?
Well, that's that. That's old Hunter Biden talking about how he's so awesome and they want you to feel sad for old Mr. Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden put all this stuff on his own laptop, took pictures of his own drug use, took pictures of him sleeping with ladies. He did all the uncool things. You know what I'm saying? All the uncool things. Thought he was cool. So I know old Hunter's a loser because he had to tape everything. You know what I'm saying? That's just, there's no need for that, I guess. But what are you going to do, people? I mean, I don't think anything's going to happen from Hunter Biden because he got Joe, baby. He got Joe Biden.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
He got the cocaine in the White House. He got the tax evasion charges. So it's all popping off now. It is all the wheels are in motion. So I don't know if this is the Democrat trying to get rid of Joe Biden or this is just the Republicans going along with it. You know, it's all one big uniparty up there. You can't trust any of them. Can't trust any of them. There's very few out there that you can trust. And it's just sad it's got to be that way. And then, of course, the mainstream media, other people of Congress are saying there's no evidence. There's no evidence. There's no evidence. But we've seen tons of it. We got Quid Pro Joe in Ukraine firing prosecutors. They got the 20 LLCs. They got repay back loans from his brother, you know, $200,000. Hunter in his laptop emails got, you know, Hunter H holds 10% for the big guy. So, I mean, they all knew they were spying, you know, they all knew. And we got plenty of evidence out there. We got plenty of evidence. And just like this right here, y'all remember this? Right there, that big curve in the middle of the night, 2020. Saying a certain agency was involved in that. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to get too involved in that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stay safe. Got to protect myself at all times. You tuning in, baby, to the Rock and Roll Rebel Show, and I'm your man, Thunder Dan. We got the news, baby. We got the news. So we just saw Hunter's speech. And let's see our favorite big booty Latino, AOC, what she got to say. Because hopefully one day she'll be president. Maybe if Joe Biden can't run, maybe she can run. Because, I mean, she'll fix everything for us. I guarantee that. She'll fix everything because she's awesome. And let's pull this up. Let's pull this up right here. See what this beauty's got to say.
That not only is the committee not allowing Hunter Biden to testify publicly, but they have not called a single witness, a single first-hand witness to any of their allegations. They haven't allowed anybody to testify publicly because they do not have a single witness to any of their alleged allegations. They don't. That not only is the committee...
Shut up, bitch!
I don't know, man. I don't know. They keep saying there's nothing. There's plenty of evidence out there. We know it. We've already described most of it. But there's a very famous one where Joe Biden has a phone call where he's on this phone call to the prosecutor, I believe, of Ukraine at the time. Now, remember, they impeached Trump over a phone call, and over a speech, his January 6th speech. So they had nothing. And then, of course, the last Democrat to get impeached was old Bill Clinton. You know what I'm saying? I did not have sex with that lady. I didn't have sexual relations with that lady, with that woman. I can't remember the precise quote. So maybe Hunter Biden saying he didn't have financial something with Joe Biden. He didn't have financial sleepings with Joe Biden. He'll come out and say, you know what I'm saying? It's alternative facts, false facts. I mean, they're out here. They're going to say anything to protect themselves. But this is very important right here. This is the phone call Joe Biden made. I'm sure this is going to get brought up. But, of course, after I play this, I'll play the mainstream media, the Mockingbird media. They got their talking points that everything's just a lie, you know, which AOC came out and said. So let's pull this up right here because this is telling. Volume might be a little low on this, so you might want to crank it up a little bit.
Overdrive to clean up loose ends. November 16, 2016, 2 weeks after Donald Trump's victory, Joe Biden is on the phone with Poroshenko. His voice tenser now than before.
This is getting very, very close. What I don't want to have happen, I don't want Trump to get in the position where he thinks he's about to buy onto a policy where the financial system is going to collapse and he's going to be looked to pour more money into Ukraine. That's how he'll think about it before he gets sophisticated enough to know the details.
In other words, Biden does not want Ukraine asking for more
boom,
money
boom,
from Trump.
boom, and a boom,
Doing
boom,
so
boom.
would cause Trump to look into the details.
So anything you can do to push the Privat Bank to closure so that the IMF loan comes forward, I would respectfully suggest is critically important to your economic as well as physical security.
Critically important.
Bam, you know what I'm saying? You can't get any more corrupt than that. Can't get any more corrupt, so it's going to be awesome. I mean, I don't know if Hunter Biden's bringing down the whole ship, but it's like I said, nothing's going to happen. I mean, because they got Steve Bannon and I believe one of the other Trump's allies who didn't show up to court because remember the January 6th Select Committee was unelect. You know what I mean? It was just appointed, and usually you got to elect stuff like this. So everybody called it a fake committee and all that. They hid all the facts. It was all one-sided, even though they had Adam Kilzinger and I can't remember her dumb name right now, but she got primaried out of Arizona. Or Daddy Kane or something. Liz Cheney, yeah, Dick Cheney's daughter. You know what I'm saying? Good old Dick Cheney, who shot somebody in the face and nobody cared. It's wild, you know. He's out duck hunting, so shit happens. But let's get furthermore into this because, like I said, now they got the Joe Biden inquiry, so query, so they'll be able to dig deeper, I guess, because the White House can stonewall a lot of stuff. So now they're going to have to get stuff from, I guess, the Department of Justice and stuff like that. FBI is going to be able to help them out a little bit more. I don't know. So, but like I said, I mean, there's already evidence out there. There's already checks. That phone call, the other quid pro quo with Joe Biden. So it's all going to fall. It's all falling. The White House won't answer no answers. And then, of course, the mainstream media is just going to be like, oh, there's nothing wrong. Hunter didn't do nothing wrong. And let's see how they're reacting just so you got to see both sides. And then, of course, this is the side that's going to get pumped. It's going to be in the newspapers everywhere, but nobody watches the newspaper stuff like that. People are tuning in to the Rock and Roll Rebel Show. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, man. Thanks. Like and sub up, baby. Like and sub up. But right here's the mainstream Mockingbird media getting down to the Hunter Biden conference outside and not testifying today.
Chairman Comer, Chairman Jordan got some pretty tough questioning from the press. They were not able to answer this key question, Kate. In all of those piles of bank statements and financial records, where is the connection of Joe Biden to any of the alleged wrongdoing? There's been no financial connection. They talked about the loans, but those were documented transactions. They've criticized this Burisma matter that we were talking about. But that is just wrong, Kate. That has been looked at for years, and the request to fire that prosecutor that Chairman Jordan was talking about came from the European Union and the United States of America. Are we now to suppose that Hunter Biden influenced the European Union to do that? Come on. So, as a legal matter, two quick points. Number one, there's no predicate. It's a low bar, but there has to be some factual predicate. They're not impeaching Hunter Biden. They're impeaching Joe Biden. They haven't met that legal standard. And number two, this is just what you and I were talking about when their press availability began. You heard them backpedaling a little bit on whether they're going to go immediately to contempt for Hunter. That's because they made an offer. He made a counteroffer. He showed up. Legally, that's known as the accommodation process. As long as Hunter is attempting to negotiate, very tough to get a court to enforce contempt. So the story will continue.
And I like it. I hope he does testify. I'd rather him do it in public. I don't know. I guess they wanted to do it behind doors because they're going to get they get down and dirty. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get down and dirty, and they're going to ask all the crazy questions, probably pull up photos. Is this photo you? Is this your email address? Stuff like that. But, I mean, if he wants to do it in public, I mean, because if he goes in public, Hunter's just going to play his addiction. I'm sad. But, I mean, he knew the corruption he was doing, and Joe Biden sent him in there. He was Joe Biden's bag man, and now he's going to be the fall guy. I mean, because what else was Hunter going to do? His dad was vice president, a senator, all these years. Of course there's corruption, and it's not going to stop either. It's not going to stop, and you know what I'm saying? What are we going to do? What are we going to do, baby?
$1.2 billion. So you go ahead and you stack spaghetti sauce at a store. And
that's our man right there. That's our man, Joe Biden, baby. That's our man. And it's just wild. It's just wild. That's why you got to get out and vote, baby. You got to get out and vote. If you don't get out and vote, man, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's over, baby. You got to get out and vote. Register to vote. Rock the vote, baby. Find out who your representative is. Call them up. Tell them you don't like this stuff. Tell them you want to have Joe Biden impeached. Let's do it all. We're getting over this cold a little bit. We got a little bit of reactions going on here, but it was definitely been fun, baby. It's been fun. We're going to jump off here. We love you all. You know what I'm saying? That's how it gets down.
come on, man.
Joe Biden's upset, baby. But we out, baby. It's peace and love. It's always rock and roll. And we're not going to stop, baby. We'll see you all later, baby. We're going to have more. The news ain't stopping. The news ain't stopping.